Good evening, beautiful people. Oh no. There we go. Time on this, prep this, and we are good to go. Welcome to this beautiful Wednesday evening. We're going to be watching Thursday Academy against Nordavind Academy. And none other than the Nordic League. Stop moving. There we go. That sounds like a good balance. Alright. So, the question burning on my mind, are we gonna see the Veigar band coming out for Kristut? Hopefully the green screen is up and running. I like literally set up these slides 10 minutes ago. I think they're good. I think I'm pretty. And okay, into the game. So, we know for a fact that Siliox has played a lot of Rek'Sai. By that I mean a lot. He's pretty much split up. We know English. Okay, we can do this. He split up on junglers, like quickly looking over his OPGD. He's been playing most of Rek'Sai, but he also plays a mean bit of Elise, who is pretty good of making Nit plus life terrible in the top lane for those early tower dives. So if they're banning Rek'Sai, they may actually end up also banning out the Elise. But then we have other fun options, as they have Klett. Oh yeah, no one had banned Ornn yet. Okay, so 10.5, Ornn got a nerf. Ornn is still stupidly strong. Like, oh no, we've delayed his ability giving upgraded thing one level. Not gonna matter all that much. Still stupidly tanky, still gives away a ton of gold through this upgrade, so still probably something that red side is gonna be banning every single time. And now with Misfortune picked up for Lind. I gotta meet a Danish person and ask them how Danish and Nordic person, and like have them go over their names with me to try to figure out how do you say some of this stuff? Like Lindgi? Lindg? That's what I'm gonna go with. With both of the ADCs being picked up this early, interesting enough, so Varus being locked in for Kristut might then be the Braum, potentially for Sassador. As of course the Varus Braum combo is disgusting, and Braum is also pretty insane against Misfortune. There's no hurry to pick it, but if they don't pick it up this round, if they don't pick up a support, I would expect Nordavind to ban the Braum, honestly. Or pick it themselves. It's not the worst thing in the world with a Misfortune, and still though, Dusty opting to go for the Lee Sin instead. Sosa is a fantastic Lee Sin player. Sosa is the Lee Sin, he's that guy over there. I have no idea how he's supposed to pronounce that name, which he's running on Euro West, so I'm just gonna call him what he's called. At least that was called in the Ash Lightning tournaments, which is Sosa. Slightly more pronounceable. And now Klett being however for the top lane. Not sure you should be blind picking it. So much prefer the Leona pick instead for Pippe. That also happens to be his most played champion. I have very little idea of what pro Uno player plays, except for maybe Uno. But I haven't seen him play before, and I looked up his OPG, and at the top of the list with 217 games is Zoe. So, like the next champion is Syndra with 100 games. So like more than double the games played on Zoe. Seems to be a fan of the paddle stars. Now moving into the second round of the bans, Tom Kent's taken away. Maybe I'm the weird one for trying to prioritize Braum here, but that still is something that I would want to see taken away. And is that something Nordavind is gonna want to prioritize and try to strip stuff off of the bottom lane? Because Varus is immobile, he is not a fast mover, you've taken away the Tom Kents, and now potentially if they take away the Braum, what is left? And that is a question for them to answer, but waiting on the final ban to come in, and it's gonna be the Braum indeed taken away. So, what now, Sassador? What are you gonna play? And Nautilus instantly hovered. So, Sassador plays an incredible Yuumi. We've seen him play stupidly good games on the Kitty Cat. Not the biggest fan of the cat, but she's back in the meta after being gutted. And we saw Sassador play it on the big stage at the finals of one of our Icelandic seasons, where he picked up Medjais and he was just running around warning people. But it's not gonna be the Kitty Cat in the end, as he does pick up the Nautilus. Standard in the battle lane, and CC Train Festival coming up from Varus and Nautilus. Excellent zone control. Scale, 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 Nordavind says, locking in both Cassiopeia and GP. Now Nipla has his pick of what he wants to play into this. It's probably going to be the GP top lane, but they could flex it though if they wanted to. And a strong option coming in from Krakas and GP. Scale, scale, okay, they say, locking in the Vladimir for Nipla. We have some aggressive picks though, with the like aggressive junglers, aggressive, roughly aggressive bot lane, so maybe this won't be a 40-minute grind fest, just to see who scales better. I want to use and abuse this opportunity to talk about the Icelandic Masters Tournament being played tomorrow, and actually tomorrow until Sunday. And hopefully tomorrow night we'll be able to cover both of the Nordic League games before we head into that tournament. That means there's going to be a lot of shellcasting and probably an extremely sore throat come Sunday. It is already pretty rough after the last weekend's tournament. Fladdy, why are we actually getting at summoners now? Where did the summoners go? Interesting. Okay. Didn't see that in the patch notes. Maybe. Spaghetti that I had special with meatballs. I don't see anything. Okay, so apparently we won't see the summoners until we get into the game. Interestingly enough. We can theorize. Oh, is it gonna be a cleanse on the mid laners or something? It's probably gonna be a cleanse on the Varus, I do believe. So that's a lot of mean stuff coming this way, and I'm actually interested in seeing how Christian and Sassador are gonna play in the lane. It's not like super favor for them unless they get all of the lockdown going on. So misfortunately, Leona should be stronger than them. At least come early game, and so they have a lot of. The comp is a little bit all over the place. Do like it though, mainly just because Sosa is running Elysian, and he can do fun stuff in the enemy jungle. It all depends on how well Siliox and his laners do in shutting that down. And the big potential from Sleepy Trouble Bubble into like the Panel Star and the what's it called? Piercing Arrow from Varus. It's gonna be a lot of sniper damage coming in out of the Forgo Bar. So decent on the whole. I do like Nordavind's comp better though. It has more options, it has more of anything, it has stronger dueling for split pushing. And they also have pretty damn good team fighting options for them. We'll see how it goes. 30 seconds from getting into the game. They also have such, like, just seeing GP on the map makes you scared because now Gragas can come in, they can set up the dive on bottom lane with Gangplank throwing out this cannon barrage to slow down Kristin and Sarsador, just to keep them in the fight, and Gragas has all the time in the world, thanks to Predator, to come in, throw the cast, knock them back. It's probably not going to be a lot of fun playing in the bot lane. And it should be interesting to see on what the junglers actually do. Let me do this. Should be interesting to see what the junglers do. Which way will they go? Which lane will they prioritize? And will someone be forced to split? There we go. Now we're loading in. We can actually see the summoners. This is something we need to talk about. Indeed, the clans from Cassiopeia and clans from Varus. Nothing really surprising there. And you kind of need to run clans if you're against Sony mid. We are now in the game. Slud is just finishing setting up the overlay, so we will be switching over in just a second. I have been given the thumbs up, and here we go. It's beautiful! Except we... yeah, there we go. Just figuring out the audio mixer should be good. So, Nordavind Academy on the blue side against Dusty Academy on the red side. With both sides lining up in defensive positions.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
And now just a question of if someone is going to go in and put down some Wisdom. To try and spot the other jungler and see where they are going. Sosa likes getting into the head of the enemy jungler.
Minions have spawned.
So heal on Zoe is something that is picked up a lot in solo queue. Ignite is the favorite one, but they have a pretty similar win rate though. Haven't tried it myself, haven't seen a lot of it, but I mean, seems good. Ish. Interesting start by Sosa here, actually starting off this Wolves by his lonesome. Coming out of it healthy, that should allow Kristin and Salvador to be fully up and running for this rush to level 2. As Puppe and Linji, of course, looking to get into it for that early aggression. Kristin and Salvador are actually the ones that managed to get to level 2 before. So they're the ones doing the zoning. Always fun. Interesting to see that Movi goes for the face rush instead of the Conqueror, so the Halo arrows from Kristin is actually going to be less impactful. Ooh, Sleepy Trouble while actually landing on Shelox, who has to flash away. And now Sosa going in, taking his Sosa low. Sosa needs to be a little bit careful though. But the Pro Uno player flashes in to pick up the first blood. First blood going over to Dusty Academy. And now Moe stuck in a difficult position. Sosa is also close by. Taking the flash away from Noe. Pro Uno player picking it up. Tanking one turret shot just for BM. Why not? Celiac's a little bit unfortunate in that he flashed it just like, felt like milliseconds too late. Adding insult to injury. Well, he's not done, he's level 3, he's looking for something in the bottom lane, but Christed actually moving around a bit. Taking hike, and they are looking for Celiax here, locking him down. Pro Uno player coming in as well. Celiax is slowed. So the wave shot lands. And eventually Christed picking up the kill now. Pupu is the one in trouble. Sosa comes in. He is sleepy. He is bye-bye. Sosa's taking solo though. As oh, fancy piece still goes down in the end though. As Lin G picks up one for himself. But should go down eventually. Sasha falls him over the wall. Oh, dress line not quite good enough. Still explosive start here for the Dusty team, as they are now 4-1. And not a bad start for Pro Uno player, the substitute on the mid lane, as he is now 3-0. It's gotta feel good. Those Palo Stars are gonna hurt. Nipple doing a good job of keeping ahead in CS. But that was super interesting to see that they like read the situation completely. Kristen moving into position, putting on the ward, spotting, Celiax coming in and just hanging around and then locking him in. That's what I mean about Sosa getting into the head of the enemy jungler, doing it once again. And now potential for action in the bottom lane. Seems play does land on Christed, forced to pop the cleanse. And Sosa actually too far away to do anything, with Lindsay picking up the kill on Sassador. I'm not sure about that. Like, the plan seemed to be to go on Celiax, which means walking into range of Puppe, which means not actually going for it and backing away and blowing everything and still dying, and maybe miscommunication, maybe something else. But at least Nordavind Academy picking up one from themselves. So much aggressive action from the junglers at the start of the game. Sosa still ahead by a bit. And it's all gonna come down to the bottom lane, it feels like. There's an Infernal Drake waiting in the wings. And now it feels like both teams are just looking for an opportunity, look for pressure, try to get something up, at least force someone home if you don't even kill him. And then take the dragon into that. So one of the fun things in 10.5 is that turret plays are actually getting good again. So you can now get 800 total gold from the turret plays as they are back up to 160 gold a piece. And it's more difficult now. They went such a roundabout way of doing it that they wanted to make it easier for melee players to take down plates, but they didn't want to write melee characters do more damage to the turret plates. Instead, they made it so ranged characters do less. No, sorry. Yes. I forget. I need to open it again. I'll take it up as Dragon is started, taking the 2000 health. They're actually pinging this. Might try to go in for it, but too late, too little, as Sosa picks up the first Dragon of the game. Next one gonna be the Cloud Dragon. So yeah, gold per plate up to 160, and turret plates taking 17% reduced damage from ranged champions, with less armor and magic resist. So yeah, roundabout way of doing it, but essentially means that if you're a melee player, if you're a ranged player, nothing really changes, and if you're a melee character, you do 17% more damage, roughly. Something. It's rare games, it's gotta be confusing. It's gotta be obtuse. And Ornn got a small nerf, so less percent damage from the brittle proc. Needs level 13 instead of 12 to get his upgrade. Let's not talk about that because there's action in the middle lane as oh no, Moe a little bit too late to flash away from the sleepy trouble bubble. So solo kill picked up by Pro and a player in the mid lane. Everything burned to ensure the kill, but at least Moe burns everything else well. And of course the annoying thing about Zoe is that she still has a flash left, I think. I do believe she picked one up from Moe. Ah, such a fun champion. Such fun. And Sosa all over the map. They have a healthy gold lead at the start of the game. They have basically priority in most lanes. So free Shelly picked up by Sosa. We'll be looking to pick up those juicy plates. Even better if they manage to get the first turret gold while doing it. That's another soul. Okay, let's just watch middle lane and jump in when Leona tries something about lane. Owie, the paddles. Like, that wasn't even an amplified one. Okay. I like this guy. So what I was looking at, that's why I was looking away from the screen, is the standings. There's the solo flare into everything on the ball lane. The stars are falling. Such a deadly combination coming on Christian having to blow clients to stay alive. And you need to be more careful of that. Sartor didn't even have the time to flash, it seems like now. Sosa trying to catch out Siliox on the red buff. He does have Pro and a player with him that is probably threat enough. And now 4 plays taken away in the mid lane. Turret looking wide open. But Dusty is in 6th place and Nordavind Academy in the 7th. Only 2 points separating them. With Dusty looking favored so far. Okay! Such a fun champion! 6-0, Christian, why are you hunting the turret? Explosive Cash bringing him down. So we're picking up the double kill for the Gragas. Picking up the triple kill. Sleepy Trouble Bubble not quite landing though, but Pape has nowhere to go. He's gonna try to recall, but Sartor is bringing in the mini wave. And that's all he needs to do. As they are going in, Sartor tanking the turret for a little bit. Nope, see the blade, drag him out from the turret. Rooted, drowsy, asleep, and dead. As Pro Uno player has 9 kills in 12 minutes. GG go next is the feeling coming out of this, as he is looking unstoppable on the Zoe. So apparently if he has 200 something games played this season alone, you should probably ban that champion. That's what I'm feeling like. Props of course to Sosa for those early shenanigans, getting him rolling, but he has been playing out of his mind. And now he's like at the point where he doesn't really have to do anything. Just land Paddlestar, land Bubble into Paddlestar into whatever the hell is running, Let's have a look. Solo kills across the board. Well, Nipla just casually tanking the entire mini wave, throwing out everything. Pop! It's only a 4k difference in gold. Like, Nordavind has these scaling options available, but still, this is looking grim. As people now being caught out. Bubble does not quite land though, but that one does. Goodbye. Eventually taken away with Sosa picking up his first kill of the game, but with a carry of total kills assists of 7, which is pretty goddamn good this early in the game. Sealers could be looking to steal this, but well, if he tries to, he's gonna die, and the dragon is probably not gonna be worth that. So Sosa secures it. It's gonna be the mountain dragon soul coming out. Yeah, I see it. No comment. Super secure. Super vision clear. And if Dusty does manage to pick up the Mountain Soul, that's gonna be looking pretty good. I guess the combo coming up from Nordavind. And they're losing the bot lane, like, Lindsay is 4-1. All the kills have gone over to him so far. But he doesn't have cleanse. He's gonna need to build a QSS because if those sleepy trouble bubbles land on him, he's dead. If Sazador flashes in and tries to land stuff on him, then he's dead. So probably has to go for the early QSS, but also needs an Infinity Edge. Life looking kinda rough. About 1,000 gold for the man who brings them pro owner player's head. So things can still go wrong with the bottom lane. They are looking for something potentially. Solar Flare missing by a mile. Xenoblade comes out, Sazador goes golden to stay alive through the bullet time, and now they're turning around onto Lin Chi, but Nipla with the flank from the bot line. Backline doing so much damage here. Krista taking it kind of low, but not low enough. His Pippi will fall as well, with Nipla picking up the double kill. Celux was looking to go in and help, but nothing he can do about that. And nicely played by the Dusty boys, dodging most of the stuff and getting rid of the rest. Ooh! Fancy feet coming up for Sosa, but Moe flies in the last possible second to stay alive. Okay, yeah, that dude has played a lot of Zoe. Those are some fancy footworks. Now 2 turrets picked up by Dusty. Gold lead skyrocketing up to more than 6,000 gold in 15 minutes. And Shelly number 2 coming up in 10 seconds. Where will Dusty go? They'll probably try and go for the Herald. I mean, there's nothing to be had on bottom lane. They picked up the turret, there's no dragon. Obvious choice is go for the Herald, go for the top lane turret, and open up the map, like, wide open. This is probably gonna be the easiest game of his life for Krista. He's in the losing lane, like Misfortune Leona. It feels like should bully Varus around, and he has fallen behind. Not by a terrible amount if you ignore the kills. Oh, Sazador going in, like oh, there they are. Now Krista is rooted down, has blown the client. It's not gonna be enough as he is blown to heaven come hell, and Sazador is gonna be taken down. Sosa looking for something, but not gonna be good enough. Probably shouldn't face check stuff, guys. So what I was saying about Krista is that he has to fall behind by too far, and he's gotta be strong in the mid late game. And all he has to do is like stay alive, be in max range, throwing out the piercing arrow, pew pew pew, trying to land like Chain of Corruption if he can, because Prono player and Nipla are gonna be plenty enough. It feels like those are the Dark Souls bosses. Like when you see Prono player portal jumping in, that's when the Dark Soul music starts. Ah! So Krista should be fairly comfortable from far away, fairly. Unless he face checks stuff along with his good buddy Sassador and dies for it. Still plenty of time left to pick up the Shelly. And they're looking to do it now to the vision control. If you can look at the fog of war, please. Thank you, Kelly Fladdy. Not a lot that Nordavind Academy actually sees. And they probably suspect that they're doing it, but there's nothing at this point they can do to try and contest. Because if you walk into a brush or into a place where you don't have vision, Dusty probably has vision of it, and you're gonna eat a Sleep Trouble Wall in the face, and then you're gonna die. Like, maybe not if you're Leona. You might survive, the Leona might survive the burst, but... or maybe not! Woo! Oh, that looks fun to play against. He is dashing and zooming and bobbing across the map. Now, Dragon is up, and Nordavind does not have a jungler, so this should probably be a free Dragon. Dragon number 3 picked up for Dusty. Only one Dragon away from the soul after this one. And I don't want to curse Prono player, but kinda want to see him just go for the Magus. Like, yeah, do it. Lindsay might try to bullet time over the wall. Seen the player actually comes out with all the damage coming on to... Ooh, who does pick it up? Sosa does pick it up, but Sosa goes down. Another flash and after Sosa. He's trying to run away. And Nipla waiting in the wings. Oh, you sure want to go in, bruh? But Moe is with him though, and there's not much backup to be had as Sosa is forced to flash away. Trying to lock down Nipla. He goes into the pull mode, dodges most of the stuff, but that's not going to be enough. Or is it though? Flash good enough? Don't do it, bro. Woo! Happy feet to dodge the cask. Do end up losing all of their flashes though, but they make it out and they make it look good. Now it's just a question of, are they gonna have too much fun? Look at the gold on the mid lane. 5,800 against 11.5k. Okay then, that's a lot of gold. That's almost double the gold Moe has. Whew! So, a little bit rough, but okay. Game plan, try to lock him down. He is swooping and bopping and jumping in. Kevin, look at Zoe. How many stacks? 12 stacks so far on the Dark Harvest, so plenty of damage coming out. And now Nordavind looking to contest the vision a little bit. Still don't have a turn of their own down. But do need to get vision around the Baron Pit, as that is the next objective. 600 damage from Dark Harvest, as we see. Thank you, Vladdy. And they need to see stuff, they need to move as a group, because if they are caught out, that is such a lot of damage coming out. And now, Celia's actually popping the Predator, looking for something. But Moe is in the top lane, doesn't teleport. Would be pretty slow to the fight if one does break out. Really? That's without the damage buff, like... What can you do about that? Eat a Paddle Star and you're out, friend. And now Moe is the one cut out. He does have clans, but that is nowhere near enough as Sosa picks it up through the Petrifying Gazing. And Nipla looking to 1v1. Accept. But Jesus Christ, he's good at Zoe. So she's not like the most difficult champion to play, but he's making it look so easy moving around with his actors that he's picking up, and he's weaving them into the rest of his kit, and it's looking so good. Now Dusty are super low, with Prono player looking to pick something up. Now he's sleepy, bye-bye. As the Chains of Corruption land on only Puppet, but doesn't manage. Prono player went and sniped Misfortune off screen. With 2 people down now for Nordavind, should be a free Baron. And if we look at the vision real quick, So they know they're doing it, thanks to the good ward, but they don't see the health of it actually. If Celios wanted to contest, he would need to go to the red buff, and that's probably death, since a pro player is running in. He's looking for it though. As he goes in, it's gonna be a smite fight. No! Goodbye. Baron gone down, picked up by Dusty, secured by Sosa. 12-0. Extreme self-control as he still has to build Magi's. Yes, he has had like 10 stacks of Dark Seal for forever now. And potentially the final Elemental Dragon coming up in 50 seconds. Baron the power Dusty. Nipla does a teleport, he can go and split push if he wants to, but they are probably going to try to set up the vision control on Dragon instead. Just secure it quickly, get it over with, and then go and look to do something. And the pick potential from... Yep. Not confusing at all. Was that a 100-0 on a full health Cassiopeia? With just a single paddle star? Let's have a look. Okay. Alright. Okay, goodbye. Nipple looking to zone off the entire rest of the team in the bottom lane as pro. No! Stop! He's already dead! Whoop! Jesus! Who is this guy? Now Papa gonna go down let Us as well. Double kill picked up for pro and a player. Lind's forced to blow everything, but finally Krista coming in from the wings to pick up the kill on him. And only Accept left standing. Forget the dragon, they have Baron buff, they should probably just take 2 inhibitors if they can. And this game is over. 11k difference. What the hell can you do against that? Level 16 to the level 13 movie. Like, of course, if they somehow manage to stall it to late game where everybody's even, then yeah, they have a chance. How the hell are they gonna do that from this point? Poor Vlad is trying to keep up with the Sippy Supity from pro on the player. Or we could call him Poop. No, not quite landing the Petrifying Gaze onto Nipla. Nipla goes into the pool. Now Pup is in here to help him back it up, but this is gonna be enough. Moe actually forced to flash away now. Chino Spike comes out on Nipla, then he should go down. Shutdown picked up by Linji. And not only in Dusty available to use his split push time, which is a polite way of saying you shouldn't have done that, bruh. Still a little bit of time left on the Baron buff, and Soul is gonna... I mean, like, it's not even gonna help, it's just gonna make it the wall bigger that Nordavind needs to climb. Woo! Lucky. Now potentially locked down. Nope, Soul Flare doesn't quite land. He is... Goodbye. Correcting change land. Eats the orange. It was K. So they're looking for something, tries to go for the insect, now he's stuck deep under the turret, managed to jump away, nope! And Dusty doing stuff that they really don't need to do. As they have such a massive lead, Petra and Gaze did land though, onto so much damage coming up from the rest of the team. Axa picking up the 1000 gold shutdown, Crystal going down as well, Sazador picks up the kill on Moe, but is it gonna be enough now? Nipla, one against many. As he falls down as... Well, okay, so maybe they get to the late game if Dusty does stuff like that. Well played by the Nordic Academy team though. Petrifying Gaze, the crucial component of that ace. And a massive gold swing back. Still so very far behind, but... Yeah. Of course, I try to be neutral, but it would hurt me on a physical level if Dusty lost with a lead like that. I don't think they're gonna do it though. As now at least the inhibitor mid is open. You don't really need to land a fancy insect or go super deep. Just keep throwing those battle stars out, those sleepy trouble bubbles, and you will land them on someone. Eventually, someone's gonna go down, then it's a 5 against 4, which they should win convincingly. Good decision for Moe to pick up the Banshee's Veil, absolutely crucial. Still though, Luden's blocking it, nah, not blocking it, proccing it. Now Lepla back into the split push action. Doesn't have the teleport this time around, but someone does need to go answer him. And that someone is Accept. Sitting on the Mortures into 24s. Is it good enough to actually stop Nipla? Slowly but surely pushing in all 3 waves. Baron gonna up in 10 seconds. And basically Nordavind have been stripped of their wards. They have no vision of the Baron area. They have 2 blue trinkets though, but this might be yet another sacrifice of Nipla to pick up the Baron. They are throwing most of their stuff at him. Ghostblade procced by Accept. But Nipla is a speedy boy. And yep, nicely played by them, nicely done by Nipple to stay alive. And the only thing Nordavind Academy can do really is hope that they manage to lock down Pro player again. They have the miasma to at least stop the flash. And you know, the bad part about Portal Jump is that you know where it's gonna come out and you know where it's gonna pop out again when it finishes. Now they're pinging top lane. Here the Cannon Barrage has been thrown out. So that's a pretty big cooldown gone. Just a wave clear, and the next wave is almost here. They're looking for 4 people in the top lane with Nipla on the bottom lane. Now Predator has been popped. Puppe popping his stone plate just to stay alive. Chrono player is actually does have the blue buff though, but still so little mana. That's actually gonna delay them by a little bit. And now looking onto Nipla again. Most of Tusty's team is now in the base. And Celios is looking for the cast. Nipla actually turning it around, trying to burst Celios, who goes golden to stay alive. Now Swordblade comes out, Nipla flashing away beautifully to stay alive. One more time, crucially, as we have an Elder Jungle coming up in 15 seconds. And things would have been very bad with no Vladimir in the fight. And I do feel like Dusty should be able to just chill a little bit and try to get the pick going, so they know that a lot of stuff was blown trying to stop Nipla. So just try to land the trouble bubbles. Because of course as the game tracks on. Oh no! Patagon thrown out but not quite landing onto Sosa. That's another big cooldown gone. And just basically feels that the team fight is over and they can't really do anything. Dragon already taken down to almost nothing. Kraken's looking for it. Too late, too little. Wait, no, he got it! He stole it with the Cannon Barrage. Oh no, disaster for Dusty as Solar Flare lands on Christed. But he's still so far away and Prono player still alive. Can they turn this around with Stars of Flashing and trying to land the hook? Oh, rough. Okay then, the Prono player not quite ready to give it up as he's looking for more. Oh. Yeah, that's not what you want to see happen. back, something like that. But mid inhibitor does go down. Top one is open. There is an elder buff on some of these people here, and Prono player. Ooh! Aggressive flash in from Lin Chi. Like Cassiopeia looking for something, picking up the shutdown on Prono player, picking up the shutdown on Chris as well. Double kill from him. Saxodon now in trouble, forced to run away, but not gonna get anywhere quick with Accept picking up that one, and Dusty almost getting aced. I like the play from Lin Chi, like. He got hit by the bubble. He didn't have QSS. Just flash in and punish. Try to blow him up. That is exceedingly easy to do when you have the Ultra Dragon buff. With Nordavind Academy biting back, and this game is dragging out, which is exactly what they want to happen. Now the insane lead from Prono player is looking less insane as he is full build. So he's not gonna get any stronger. And Nordavind is slowly but surely catching up. So I'm actually pushing in mid lane. Will not get the inhibitor though. But Accept partially the hero of the match with that Dragon Steel somehow. Actually, let's make a note of it, Floody. Let's jump in the replay after this game and look what happened in that fight. Like, did he get it with the cannon barrage? Was it the barrel? But honestly, a series of clumsy team fights coming up from Dusty, keeping them away from securing the victory. They do have that inhibitor down the mid lane on Nordavind side. With the open inhibitor at the top, Baron coming up in 45 seconds, and they are still in the lead, but you gotta think like they're starting to sweat a little bit. Why can't we close to the game? What's happening? Like, why haven't we won already? So this is a moment to keep cool, keep calm. And if they just play it like they played in the first part of the game, they should be good. Now, do the same thing again, worked for them the last time. Send Nipple bottom lane, have him split push. Ooh, Varus actually gets spotted up by the top side. Baron finally palming up. This could be the moment to go. Do have all of the question now, bot lane being pinged as they're trying to catch out Nipla one more time. He's gonna run away, he's a speedy boy. Accept this is a speed boy as well though. Pro built enough to keep Nipla safe. Baron started up, Baron gonna go down. Third time's the charm, Dusty. You can do it. And they are pinging the split. 4 top, 1 bottom, yet again, this time with an inhibitor down in the mid lane. Should be good, but they just cannot be caught out by Moby or Pippe. Just get the kill on Linji, get the kill on Moby, you should be good. Get the snipe going, but Prono player has not been landing those for a few minutes now. He needs to be careful with those portal jumps as Cannon Barrage does come out. Sosa going in to kick Moby out. He's gonna get stunned. Chain of Corruption not gonna land. Puppe taking so low, not low enough. Christud staying healthy. Ow, there's the snipe onto Lynchy. He's gonna go down this time. And now they are finally falling. Nordavind Academy only has 2 people left standing. As Moby goes golden for a little bit. And it's gonna be the ace finally coming out as Dusty secures this game after a sweaty and intense battle. Woo!